So guys, what do you do if you offer a service that you don't have a particular price for because it's bespoke for each person and someone asks you what the price is? Now, we have to take a few things into account here. If someone is emailing you or messaging you just for price alone, and we have to kind of look at the intentions of this person. These kind of people tend to be searching around and they're purely based on price. They don't care about quality. And what I always try and tell people to do is not sell something for nothing. What we do and the whole reason for marketing and all the time and effort you put in putting value out and building all this validation is that you're the most skilled. You offer vastly more value than all of your competition based on the cost that you're putting out. So your value for cost is already high. And if people are already bypassing this fact, they may be a complete waste of time. So what I tend to do in this situation is, you never want to email someone back. The first thing you want to do is say, hey, whoever it is that's emailed in, thanks for your email, really appreciate it. Obviously, before we can construct a cost, we need to know the problems you're having or the solutions you need implementing, and we can create a bespoke solution for you. This is how we work, and we add huge amounts of value. So could you please let me know a great time to give you a call, and I'll speak to you later. So what you want to do is get them on the phone, because very quickly on the phone you can identify whether this person is like just hunting purely on price. Because look, never get into that rat race. Don't be on the drive down to the bottom. This is not what you're doing, and you'll never make money doing that. So have pride in who you are, the service you're offering, and the fact that you put all the time and effort into obviously making sure that you're not with just competing on price, because that's a completely different game. That's not marketing, that's just price driven, and all you'll end up is right at the bottom. So make sure that you get them on the phone, and then you can identify whether that's the case. If that is the case, say, look, I'm really sorry, I don't think we're a good fit, and leave it there. If they email you back and say, look, I'm just interested in price, I would just ignore it. Ultimately, that person is not your target audience. They're just interested in price, and that's what I would say about that. So guys, don't get too caught up, and the thing is with emails as well, what we have to remember is emails to and fro, they suck the life out of you in terms of time. The best thing to do is get them on the phone. If they're not willing to get on the phone, all they want to know is your price, ignore. This is kind of the system that I go through, and I make all my mentees go through, and anyone that's in an agency that I work for go through, just because simply it saves you so much time. And if you're not just price competitive, then don't waste your time with it, because ultimately all that person is interested in price. And those typically that kind of clientele will end up being the biggest pain in your backside as well. They'll have the most amount of issues with what you're doing and never be happy. So do yourself a favor and leave those ones well alone, and don't be desperate for the work for those kind of people. So if that's an email and you can't get them on the phone, ignore. If you get them on the phone and you realize they're not right for you, then just say that we're not a good fit. So that's a little bit of advice for anyone that's kind of offering a service that's not fixed. I'm sure I know a lot of you do. And if you have any questions on that, just drop me a DM. Thank you.